On behalf of Halfway Bush School, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, new taxi regulations in Queenstown give consumers greater choice but cause strife between rival companies. A collision between a van and a cyclist brings central Dunedin traffic to a near standstill. And Southland is in the grips of its driest weather for 27 years. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. New taxi regulations are causing strife in Queenstown. On October the 1st, the government opened up the industry to all comers, and that has led to conflict in Queenstown between established companies and new operators. Here's Mena Amso.
Lewis, this is not a top light, you're taking the mickey.
This back and forth disagreement between two taxi drivers goes on for 10 minutes. The driver being filmed is from an established Queenstown taxi company, Green Cab. He argues the driver inside the vehicle from one of the newer cab companies, Take Me, is not entitled to be on Camp Street taxi rank. He suggests the Take Me driver takes his makeshift cardboard top light box and leave. The Take Me driver argues he is entitled to stay.
He was just really wanting to intimidate me so that we go away from the taxi rank.
Kreisch approached the police but was redirected to the Green Cab office. He says his company, set up 2 years ago, has received a lot of abuse.
Also had taxi drivers from both Green Cabs and Queenstown Taxis continuously taking pictures and just wanting to stress our driver.
He says the bullying behavior has been going on for 2 years, but new laws introduced in October have heightened tensions. They allow private service hire vehicles like Take Me to operate exactly like any taxi company and use taxi ranks if they want to. All they must have is a P endorsement, an NZTA approved security camera stickers on the front passenger door and inside on the dashboard, and a company or their own passenger service license. The new government rules also state small passenger service vehicles do not require a taxi top light or for hire signs, nor information about fares. That's at odds with the Queenstown Lakes District Council traffic and parking bylaw, which states vehicles parked at the taxi rank must be fitted with a sign on its roof displaying the word taxi, and any other signs required by the regulations or the rules made under the 1998 Land Transport Act. Kreisch says the council bylaws are outdated and need to change. The council wasn't available for an on-camera interview with the South Today. However, a New Zealand Transport Agency spokesman said it is actively working with the council, taxi companies, Take Me and other operators to ensure that all passenger service operators in Queenstown understand and comply with the new rules for small passenger services. Green Cab Area Manager for Queenstown, Martin Arnott, told the South Today he wasn't aware of any cases of bullying or unprofessional behaviour. In a statement, he told the South Today he condemned any kind of bullying or unprofessional conduct. Queenstown has 3 new taxi and private hire vehicle operators. They say they have not had problems Take Me claims to have had, but there is growing competition between the operators. Mena Amso, the South Today.
The Dunedin City Council Senior Manager Ruth Stokes has quit. It was confirmed yesterday the Council's Infrastructure and Networks General Manager and a member of its executive leadership team left the organisation late last week. Stokes did not respond to a request for comment from the Otago Daily Times. However, Council Chief Executive Dr Sue Bidrose confirmed the resignation yesterday. Bidrose says Stokes wanted to pursue personal projects after nearly 3 years working for the Council. Central Dunedin was brought to a near standstill yesterday when a truck and a cyclist collided. The vehicle's driver was visibly shaken as he spoke with police in the moments after the collision.
The impact of a cyclist's helmet or head left an obvious area of broken windscreen, following a collision between this small truck and the rider of this racing bike. Police say the accident happened shortly before 4 p.m. yesterday afternoon. A St John's spokesperson says the cyclist was taken to Dunedin Hospital's emergency department with serious injuries. Police say they were called to the collision at the corner of Castle Street and St Andrew Street on State Highway 1 heading south around 3:45 p.m. A witness at the scene told the Otago Daily Times police spoke to the man who was driving the small commercial vehicle and say he appeared distraught at what had happened. The bicycle was broken into several pieces by the collision, and it took police around 15 minutes to remove it from the front of the truck. The cyclist was taken to Dunedin Hospital around 4 p.m, but the scene wasn't clear until nearly 5 p.m. yesterday. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
From Dunedin music posters and chocolate wrappers to family artefacts and historic maps, Hocken Collection staff are grateful for a fantastic amount of donations received this year. Hocken Music and AV curator Amanda Mills says some of the standout donations are live cassette recordings of bands from the Dunedin Sounds. The recordings were donated by Andy Ellis and feature bands from the 1980s and 1990s. Mills says this complements a donation of 1980s and 1990s Dunedin music posters. Southland is in the grips of its driest weather for 27 years. Paddocks are cracking in the sun, water is being trucked to dairy farms, and farmers are concerned at forecasts of even more dry weather to come. Sharon Rees went to see if we're in for a drought yet.
The ground is starting to crack, and pasture growth is slowing down on this Southland farm. Farmer Phil Garraway of Brooklands Dairies in Winton says the unusual dry period in the region means he's already stretching out feed supplies.
So far it hasn't affected production too much, but probably the biggest difference is we've put in about 50 tonne of palm kernel just in the last month just to bridge the gap between feed supply and feed demand.
He says his farm is managing so far, but conditions could be dire if no rain falls in the next couple of weeks.
If it carries on for another couple of weeks, then we'll have to start putting things in place, culling surplus cows, dropping demand back a bit, and then we'll have to start looking at what the long-term effects is going to be on winter crops, and how long it carries on going for will determine whether we have to go down to once-a-day milking and do things like that.
And it's not just his farm that will suffer. Garraway says other local families and farms are running out of water completely.
There's a lot of houses that are running out of water, that sort of thing, and certainly in the Drummond area there's a lot drier than what we are here, and they're going to be starting to be affected production-wise quite severely.
Environment Southland statistics show the current period is the driest since 1990, with approximately 81% of the usual rainfall for the year to date. They suggest farmers make sure bores are well maintained and that they have contingency plans in case their supply fails. And there's some good news in the Met Service forecast. Even with the high temperatures, a significant amount of rainfall is expected in Southland over the weekend. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, Emerson Brewery's street art auction looks to find the next Banksy.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
At the Otago SPCA, our role is to make sure that all animals in Dunedin and the Otago region are being looked after properly. Otago SPCA offer a haven for animals in need and adoption opportunities for the community. We appreciate your interest and support. For help and advice, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have any concerns, give us a call.
The University of Otago, an institute of world-class education and the social epicentre of the city, with outfits needed for more formal functions like the ball and for less formal functions like
the zoo. Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, Dad, you'll definitely see me. I'm the one in the yellow and blue face paint and the onesie in the zoo.
They're part of the family, and like us, their health begins with what they eat too. So give them Radical Dog, made in New Zealand from all natural ingredients and real tart cherries, so it's high in antioxidants. It's a 3-in-1 superfood, giving them energy, flexibility and a healthy coat. With no fillers or nasty preservatives, they love them. It's the treat that can work wonders on every dog, no matter what their breed, age or health. Radical Dog, the new generation in dog food.
My Els and I just love coming to Alex Campbell's. That's my favourite shop. I always get good value here, and good boys really deserve good brands and good quality. Look at these tees. Local beaches on some of them too. This is only for the good boys, the old boys, the young boys. What about some bright shorts for the boys? Excellent.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Active Interior Design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas, and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Gillian's Care. They care for loved ones, families, friends and our community. At a time of bereavement, care and support makes all the difference, and Gillians know this. They're here for you when you need it most. From advanced funeral planning to a service for your loved one, Gillians will guide and assist you with your individual choices. Their legendary attention to detail and passion to get it right are second to none. Gillians, caring for families in our communities since 1962.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Welcome back. The type of art made famous by Banksy was up for sale in Dunedin last night. Emerson's Brewery street art auction raised $20,000 to help artists add to the city's collection.
Third, final time, 2,250. You out, sir? You are or you aren't? You're not? You're not moving? I can settle at 2,250? Just nod your head. Sold at 2,250.
Some big ticket items were on the menu at last night's street art auction at Emerson's Brewery. Over 35 art pieces were given to the Dunedin Street Arts Charitable Trust for auction. Local photographer Alan Dove says it can often be difficult to put a value on street art, with the prices the pieces fetch at auction being hit and miss.
Maybe not quite as well known as Banksy, but anyone who loves street art will know Flem and will know Pixel Poncho. So there's definitely some big names here, but yeah, Banksy, there's only one Banksy. So.
There were a wide range of styles and influences, from recently deceased rock stars to mosaic art. This piece started a bidding war, and some of the more detailed work also fetched upwards of $2,000. The auction drew a wide range of ages and backgrounds, with some very determined bidders on hand.
Artists using the city's walls as canvases, so taking art to the people rather than people having to come into an art gallery. A lot of people find art galleries a little intimidating, so basically street artists has sort of become this worldwide phenomenon.
The money is going back into street art, as each of the artworks produced on city walls cost between $7,000 and $10,000. It's hoped events like this will encourage not only local but also international artists to make street art in Dunedin. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, it's a match made in heaven for two online dating website collaborators. And we take a look at Timaru's Christmas parade.
My elves and I just love coming to Alex Campbell's. That's my favourite shop. I always get good value here, and good boys really deserve good brands and good quality. Look at these tees. Local beaches on some of them too. This is only for the good boys, the old boys, the young boys. What about some bright shorts for the boys? Excellent.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
For 3 generations, the Kilpatrick family have ensured Jimmy's pies are still world famous in the South Island. Made to an old family recipe, Jimmy's pies have been one of New Zealand's traditional takeaway foods, prepared daily on the premises alongside a range of savouries, sausage rolls and cakes. Jimmy's pies are distributed throughout the lower South Island. Jimmy's pies are sure to satisfy your travelling munchies.
Active Interior Design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Gillian's Care. They care for loved ones, families, friends and our community. At a time of bereavement, care and support makes all the difference, and Gillians know this. They're here for you when you need it most. From advanced funeral planning to a service for your loved one, Gillians will guide and assist you with your individual choices. Their legendary attention to detail and passion to get it right are second to none. Gillians, caring for families in our communities since 1962.
At the Otago SPCA, our role is to make sure that all animals in Dunedin and the Otago region are being looked after properly. Otago SPCA offer a haven for animals in need and adoption opportunities for the community. We appreciate your interest and support. For help and advice, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you have any concerns, give us a call.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Thanks for staying with us. And tonight we have an update to a story we ran last week. Joshua Perry is launching a website for disabled dating called Enabling Love, and he's currently looking for help to run it. Now a Dunedin woman who's heard his story wants to pitch in.
When The South Today spoke to Joshua Perry a week ago, he was on the verge of something big, launching Dunedin's first dating website for the disabled, Enabling Love. Now, a week and much media attention later, he's caught the eye of Kathy Bourne. She wants to help Harry turn his dating website dream into reality.
So with Enabling Love, I can't wait for the launch on the 25th of January. That's going to be brilliant. I also want to help out with as much as I can. I'm sort of that type of person that would love to get involved and give as much of my time as well.
Bourne's company Moss Ventures recently started running singles events in Dunedin. By day, Bourne is a teacher at St Clair Primary School. She's involved with a lot of community activities, but like Perry, is taking time out to look for love.
Everyone's looking for it, especially around Christmas time. Is it Love Actually? Is that what it is? It's that movie.
Bourne says she wants to break down the stigma of dating someone with a disability.
I think it should be irrespective of what you are or who you are or what disabilities or anything that you have. You know, we all need someone to, you know, just hang out with or fall in love with.
The South Today brought the pair together for a heart-to-heart, and upon meeting, both quickly realised they could join forces to beat the odds in the dating game. They're optimistic that together they can encourage Dunedin to get up, get out and get dating. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
A number of Christmas parades were held around the region last weekend, and the South Today covered some in Monday's broadcast. We now take a look at another which happened on Timaru on Saturday.
Last Saturday afternoon saw hundreds turn out to admire the procession of floats, stilt walkers, children on roller skates and eventually Santa Claus himself coming down Timaru's main street. Several schools were represented in the parade, and good use was made of the big rigs to ferry the larger festive groups along the route. Brass bands and vintage cars were also part of the procession. The event wrapped up with Santa Claus and his reindeer enjoying the warm Timaru sun.
When I can't get into the chimneys, Dad puts a scaffold up.
Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Conflict is arising in Queenstown between established taxi companies and new operators following new government regulations. Central Dunedin was brought to a near standstill yesterday when a truck and a cyclist collided. And paddocks are cracking in the sun. Water is being trucked to dairy farms, and southern farmers are worried by forecasts of even drier weather to come. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Paul Gilman. Hi, Paul. What have you got for us in tomorrow's
Have a lovely
ODT?
day. Great day. We've got a lot tomorrow on the 10-year plan that the Dunedin City Council has announced today. It's an $850 million spend up on all sorts of things, and the average rate rise for residents will be 6.9% in the first year if this goes ahead, which equates to about $120 a year extra for everyone. So included in that is a big $300 million upgrade of water, $60 million upgrade of the central city area, and a $20 million upgrade around the university area. So it's a big, big plan, but of course it's all goes out to the public, and the public have time to put in submissions, and it's a long process. So we'll have all the breakdown on that tomorrow, and also got a good story about former Labour Cabinet Minister Pete Hodgson will be overseeing the new Dunedin Hospital rebuild. So that's another good story. Look out for that one tomorrow.
Right, great. It sounds fantastic. Lovely, and thank you. Okay. And now for tomorrow's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Sportsval.
Starting with pictures of a cloud moving across a lovely blue sky. Looking at the situation, an incoming front will bring warm northwesterly winds plus some much needed rain tomorrow. Then to a cooler west to southwesterly airflow will follow over the weekend. Looking at the south, Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden can all expect fresh northwesterlies, late rain and 23 degrees for all of you. Moving over to central, Alexandra and Queenstown are in for freshening northwesterlies, cloud increasing and 24. Wanaka the same but a slightly warmer 26, and Te Anau fresh northwesterlies, rain and 19 degrees. Looking further north, Oamaru and Timaru, light northerlies, some high cloud and 28 degrees and 30 for Timaru. Omarama and Twizel can expect freshening northwesterlies, cloud increasing and 26. Here in Dunedin tonight, fine with an overnight low of 13 degrees. tomorrow, fine with high cloud increasing during the day and moderate northerly winds. Warm temperatures, some rain tomorrow night, 25 and 15. And showers clearing Saturday morning, then fine and warm with moderate westerly winds, but more showers may develop, 27 and 13. And in Invercargill tonight, cloudy with an overnight low of 14 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy with some outbreaks of light rain later, warm with moderate northwesterly winds, 20 and 14. And sunny periods at first on Saturday, but cloud increasing during the morning and rain developing during the afternoon, with fresh northwesterlies changing to colder, gusty southwesterly, 19 and 11. And that's our news for this Thursday. For the latest news from the South Today team, you can follow us on Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. We look back on the year that was the month of February. I hope you all have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.